Good day, folks. Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and we are doing a collective read, a reading for all signs that is channeling the new moon energy. That's what we're under right now. This is a timeless reading though, so it can be applicable at any given time that you find this or that you come across this reading. But the energy that we are channeling is new moon centered. So the moon normally takes up space in the sky and makes itself the center. And right now it is allowing us to just see what's out there without any interruptions. So enjoy that. New month, new you kind of vibes. New moon, new month, new you. It's all good. So let's see what's up for this reading. We have the Page of Wands. So we are dealing with some new, this could be an individual, this could be a reflection of yourself, but this is some new energy that is centered in discovery on some level. It's an adventure, almost like a spiritual adventure, you could say. It's about actualizing new goals, or even just coming up with new goals that you want to actualize. This is a dream that this individual could be having, that they want to land somewhere and make their mark, okay? So where is it that you want to land, and what type of mark do you want to make? It's powerful, you know, and it might require some learning. You know, there may be a lack of experiential knowledge that you're dealing with, but it really is all about the process, and we need to trust the process because this is our creative energy. It's what it's all about, okay? We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed crossing this. So I get the feeling that this is working against us on some level. There's somebody that is supposed to have like a nurturing role in your life that is actually kind of draining or not interested in being present to your needs. The Queen of Pentacles reverse energy is the type of queen who gluttonously feeds themselves and will allow other people to starve as a result, okay? It's that type of energy. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that's like how it's fully playing out. It's just somebody who puts themselves before others at all costs. They're not willing to commit because they don't want to, you know, they don't want to miss out. It's like they're having FOMO. And they're supposed to be there for you, but they're not. And that's okay. That's their choice. So how are you going to deal with it? You know, the universe is telling us that we may try, like we have to try to not be too guarded, but at the same time, give ourselves an opportunity to mend our wounds. Stay in the forefront as well. Like this is not something that we need to retreat over. And I think that's what the universe is telling us as well with regards to this situation. This could also mean that the universe is telling you that in some regards you are wearing your heart on your sleeve, okay? You're either too guarded or you're oversharing on some level. So how can you mitigate oversharing? That's tricky, especially if you're not neurotypical. Oversharing is just like, bleh, you know? It's like, oh shit, I just realized I shouldn't have done that 5 minutes later after I did it. It is what it is. Okay. What you can do to sort of like mitigate whatever like feelings you walk away with and maybe whatever impact you may have had on the other person. Because say, for example, you overshared and it was a bit of a trauma dump, right? You can always go back and be like, hey, I realized that this may have made you feel this way. It was not what I intended to say. So let's try to forget about it. And I hope that you can, you know, forgive me. And even though I can't give you back that 5 minutes of your time kind of thing that you lost. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed within our subconscious. Now, it looks like grounding within our mind, within our subconscious. There is like a feeling of disconnect. Some grounding work definitely needs to be done. And kind of need to boss up and get confident in your ability to ground. There is just something within the subconscious that is unsure of how, like, what your capacity is in terms of health. I would say that this is 100% like some negative self-talk happening. Negative, not even negative self-talk. Like, you may not even be cognizant of what's going on in your subconscious mind. I feel like this is negative core beliefs taking over, or there's just like some individual, like, personal toxicity that you have going on. So it could even be like, you know, you're not well. It could just be that you're sick, right? It could also be that you are distracted because you're, you know, focused on some type of dopamine effect type of behavior you got going on. In the past, you've been really doing a good job though. 100% amazing work. You have mastered your craft in probably multiple areas. So you have nothing to be self-conscious about at all whatsoever. You've mastered your craft and you're doing the work, and you're the type of, like, this is very Virgo type of energy, like dealing with the mundane task of just like, of production. So it could be actual artisan production. It could be administrative work. It could be churning through clients on some level, people that you interact with, right? Now, in the near future, there is a lack of camaraderie, and you could feel like you're missing out on some level. It could also mean that you're going to interact with people that you may think are your tribe or your coven, and they are not for you, or they're just not interested in seeing you celebrate your readiness for love and, you know, your capacity for love and the love that you hold in your life. There's a lack of shared love within the near, that's gonna, like, you're gonna realize there's a lack of shared love in your near future, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It just means that you need to look elsewhere. You need to find your tribe, find the people that you can congregate with on whatever, in whatever type of way, like, floats your boat or grooves your soul. Like, that really is what it's all about. It's celebratory. It's emotional connection with like-minded people. Sisters, cousins, besties. You know, if you know what that is, if you've had that in your life, it's such a blessing to have that, truly. So when you do have it, honor it. And, you know, don't be the asshole that likes to fuck it up for other people. It's not cute. It's not hot, guys. It is not hot. All right. I mean, who was it? Azalea Banks, who's like, ratchet bitches make the world go round. And it is true. They do provide us with that conflict that keeps us going, but we need to awaken to the realness that we still deserve and should have in our lives, despite some ratchet bitches, right? Let's be real. So you, friends, are waking up to the message that is for you. It's like you're rising to an occasion in your attitude, the way that you see the world. So, you know, if you've had situations where, you know, you're not feeling great about yourself, where you're feeling like you can't connect with other people, where you're dealing with somebody who's sucking your energy and it is interfering with your ability to manifest, have no fear. Judgment is here. Okay? So your attitude is just like, IDGAF. F all y'all. I'm still doing what I'm going to do. I know that Creator has a plan for me, and I know what my plan is. You know what your plan is. It is magical for everyone. You can't take that away from anybody, right? You may have no idea what the plan is, but you know that it exists. You know that it's there for you. You may be a little blinded by the light. You may just be waiting for the next phase to reveal the influence that the waters are having on us, right? It's powerful nonetheless. And perhaps others see you as some kind of, Rey Mysterio of life. You're a little too mysterious for them. They can't figure you out. And that's okay. Maybe it's none of their business and that's how it's meant to be, because maybe they just don't have what it takes to be trustworthy, right? Or maybe they are just not able to keep up. That's how I'm feeling about this card. That is the vibe that I'm getting from the moon. I'm just not able to keep up. When you think about it, like loyalty and emotions and just our dreams, our narcissistic tendencies, like all of those things are tied into this, the energy that this brings. And it's always ever changing, right? So yeah, it looks like people see that you're just not a consistent source of, you're just not a source of consistency. And maybe they're like, well, I don't really, it's too complicated. Maybe they're just not sophisticated enough. But I'm just loving the fact that the moon is literally influencing us right now in our environment. So we need to look to that. That's really the biggest take. Like big picture thinking, that's what's up. Okay. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So interestingly, our fears may be centered in patience. We may struggle with patience, may have a hard time sitting still. Our fears might be centered in timing being off with how we manifest and harvest what it is that we've been working on. So we're also at the same time hopeful, or we're going to be hopeful. We're not going to manifest our fears. We're going to manifest our hope in a way that is... Sorry, we got a little cutout there. We're going to end this off pretty quick because we're running out of space. But let's see. Wishing for us to seize the moment when it is right. When the fruit has ripened, we want to harvest. We want to harvest all the things. When it's all good and ready, we want to just like bask in the bountifulness of it all. And we have the two of Pentacles a little bit reversed. So there's a lack of balance with regard to how we manifest, how we feel about our little dance of, maybe paycheck to paycheck life right now. There's a bit of a struggle. It could be our health too, balancing our health and finances. Like that can be quite the juggle, making sure we're getting enough sleep, getting enough to eat, like all the things, right? But we have a plan. It is coming through. There is a system that we are going to play into, and it is going to be miraculous, I think. Now, grief is something that we have to deal with. This is about grief and loss and betrayal, but this is all about us doing the healing work of like removing these swords and allowing our hearts to heal, okay? There is a way out. We can see it. And there is going to be a place and space where we get to reconnect with kindred spirits and just enjoy ourselves to the fullest. So Loving this for us. Nothing but hope, balance of give and take for the future. And I wish you all the best, and we will catch you next time. Take care.